Hey guys, how you doing today? So today for dinner we are going to grill a beautiful piece of salmon. Let me turn you down this way so you can see. I always forget that I have to scoot things farther away. There we go. So I've got this big beautiful piece of salmon here. Now I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit. So whenever we get pizza, we get these little garlic sauces with them, right? We rarely eat these, but I usually keep them. So instead of grabbing fresh butter, I'm just going to use these. So I'm going to take 2 of these because it's a good sized chunk. This way, there's already garlic infused in there, so why not use them, right? Try to get as much off of here as I can. There we go. We'll open the other one. Ooh, this one has been sitting at room temperature, and the other one had been in the fridge, so it was slightly thicker. Both of them are messy. Times. Very messy, but they're very good, honestly. So what I'm gonna do now, other than get butter off of my fingers, is I have this box of dill from the grocery store, and I'm going to take a couple of these dill fronds. Oops, come on. Some of them don't look so hot. It's been in here for a little bit. It was bought for a purpose and then forgotten. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of the nicer looking chunks of dill here, and I'm just gonna use my kitchen shears and just cut them into smaller pieces because we don't want huge bits of dill, but we do want that dill to come through. And you don't want the really thick stem piece, just those feathery fronds off the end. I have an herb stripper. I could probably use it if I really wanted to, but honestly, after a 10-hour day working, I don't feel like it. Some days I don't, and this isn't a complicated recipe. If it was, it would probably be saved for a weekend. And it shouldn't take too long to cook it on the grill either, which is nice. That should be about enough. Just a couple of good fronds. I'll give it a stir and see how I like it. Not too bad. Maybe I want a little bit more. Jeez, you just butter my fingers with it, huh? Good Lord. I'm making a mess. I'm good at making a mess. Oh, there's a good size one. And if you hear the TV going in the background, I swear, it's CSI. What do you expect out of CSI? You expect noises, right? Screaming and such, because somebody's probably getting killed or attacked. I don't know. I'm not watching it. I'm in here with you guys. I know I keep saying just one more, but I just want to make sure there's enough dill in here to get that flavor and to stand up to the garlic. And the lemon will also be going on. All right, that's a little better. A little bit better mixture. And it really is just kind of what sounds good to you. I am probably going to pick up the rest of the random dill pieces off of here. I know what I forgot. The salt and pepper. That's what I forgot. Don't mind my crazy paint stained shirt. I plan on dyeing my hair. That's a whole different video though. Alright. So I'm just going to take a little salt and pepper across the top of this because you don't want it to be under seasoned. Don't go crazy either. But you want seasoning, like I said. Well, that's a little harder to get the pepper out of this than it is to get the salt out. Work a little harder at it. Okay, and then we're going to take our new garlic dill butter and just spread it across. In fact, you can kind of drizzle it and then spread it out from there. Just get that on the entire layer of the salmon. This will also kind of help it from getting too dried out on the grill because it'll have that extra moisture. But we're not smoking, we're just grilling today. We smoked yesterday though. That was pretty tasty. If you haven't seen the video yet, it is up on my channel as well. I didn't think about videoing from the beginning, unfortunately, so it's bits and pieces from yesterday's first time trying to smoke ribs. All right, so now we can get rid of those. Now I do also want to have lemon, so let me wipe this off over on this corner really quick. I'm just going to take a couple of whole lemons. If you kind of roll the lemon first before you cut into it, it kind of helps break up those membranes and helps release the juice a little bit more. Oh, we don't need the very ends, of course. There's nothing good in there except for zest if you need zest or something, which I don't at the moment. And I'm just going to slice these kind of thin. You could use a mandolin if you want perfectly even slices. I honestly didn't feel like getting it out. It can be kind of a pain to clean. Oh, I didn't cut that one very well. That's okay. The last couple are always the trickiest. I guess if I hadn't cut the end off, I'd have something to hold on to, but I did. Oh, I almost forgot about the sticker. I'm always afraid of this last one because I don't want to slice my fingers, but don't be like me. Be smarter about this. Leave the end on until you, at least one end on. There we go. Kind of worked. All right. This time we're going to be smarter. I'm really going to cut off one end and we're going to keep it to hold on to. All right. Oh, where's the sticker? I keep forgetting about the sticker. I should probably pay more attention to that, right? I already have the grill heating up at about medium. And I have grill mats because I want to make sure that it doesn't stick to the grill. All right. I'm going to take this out to the grill and set back up the camera. I will be right back. Okay, so we're out at the grill. It's at about 350, so that's not bad. And like I said, I have grill mats down right here. I'm going to use this giant spatula to help get this onto these grill mats. Because, you know, I just buttered it all up and got it all slimy. There we go. Nice big slab of salmon. And then we're going to take all of these lemon slices and just lay them down across the top of here. And this is where, you know, just kind of put the slices, whatever works best. Sometimes you'll need a half slice on the edge or a smaller slice just because it, you know, obviously it tapers as it goes down. I always try to use the bigger ones up here. And get those badly sliced half ones in other spots. Wherever it works out, but you want to make sure you have enough lemon that it goes down the entire thing. That was probably about the most perfect lemon amount that there could have possibly been. It goes over the whole thing. I mean, yeah, there's little gaps here and there, but we're just going to close this and let that cook for a little bit. And while we're doing that, let's go make a salad. Okay, so I'm not doing a big, huge bowl formal salad. I'm just going to make a pile of salad on each of our plates with what I have in the fridge. We're starting out with some green leaf lettuce from a local grower that it actually is in the local supermarket, but it happened to be from a local grower, which I always like when they get it locally. Support your local farmers, support local businesses. Just looking for a couple of good leaves of this, and we'll put the rest of it back in the fridge. That one is honestly a bit wilty, so we'll toss that one. We don't want the wilty, we don't want the gross. We want them to be some good leaves of lettuce. There's only 2 of us. That's probably enough lettuce, I would say. It's not like we can't grab more in a second once I rip it up. And I do really truly rip up the lettuce. I don't really cut it. A lot of people don't like to cut it just because it browns, which is true. It will do that eventually. It won't necessarily do it right the second that you do it, but it will eventually do that. So I'm just going to give these a quick rinse in cold water. Should have grabbed my paper towels first, but I didn't. So here they are. Because we just want to dry those back off a little bit. We don't want soggy lettuce. I mean, if you have a salad spinner, of course, you could do something like that. I do not. Honestly, I've never really seen the reason for one, partly because it just don't have room. There's so much in this kitchen already. Gadgets I actually will use on a regular basis. I won't use a salad spinner often enough to be worth it. All right, there we go. So I'm going to take the first 2 leaves, just nice little bite-sized pieces, straight onto the plate. Like I said, we're just going to assemble these straight on the plate. Oh yeah, that's plenty of salad, I'd say. And I'll grab our other 2 leaves and rip them up onto this other plate. Okay, this one almost looks like it's a little bit fuller than the other one was, but maybe it's just the way I flop the lettuce down. Oh no, it's about the same. All right, so there's our good lettuce base. Now, I've got some radishes over here. I have a couple I haven't cut up yet, but most of them, when I first got them and cleaned them up, I just quartered them. Oh, I suppose I don't need this anymore. So I could just toss those straight on top and not have to do anything further with them because they're already quartered out, which makes it nice. These ones would be if I wanted to slice them into rounds versus having the wedges of them. But honestly, I don't feel like trying that hard today. We're just going to go with the wedges because the wedges are good. All right. And we've got plenty else to cut up, so let's put those back over there. Now, I only have baby carrots, which you could just leave them whole, honestly. You could just throw those whole ones up there, especially, wow, hold on, maybe I should go through the bag a little. Look at how skinny these guys are. These little skinny ones, I just fell into my mushrooms, literally can go on exactly the way they are, because they give you a nice little, I mean, you almost make shreds that size, right? Those are tiny, tiny carrots. They're kind of perfect. I wonder if I can find enough in here. These ones are not so tiny, not so perfect. But I don't know if there's enough in this bag to pull off that level of cheating. Okay, those 2 are smaller. See how many other ones I can find. Ooh, there's a good small one. And then I'll just put the rest of them back in here. was skinnier. I don't think I've ever seen any carrots be quite so scrawny in a bag like this before. That, you know, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of helped me out. I was gonna cut them all in half lengthwise to make them the right size, and now I don't have to. Of course, now I have to put the rest of it back in the bag. I suppose if I cut it open in a better way, I'm gonna do the best job opening this bag. I should have grabbed the scissors and I didn't. I just tore it down one side. That's much easier. I remember where I didn't cut it across the top and I don't have any way of closing it. That was not my smartest move. There's a way to solve that though. Called a Ziploc bag. Although now I've got a bum that I'm into the trouble of putting them all back in this bag. Well, let's just get it in this one. Alright. So there is our carrots. Now we've got some nice whole cremini mushrooms here. And you don't want to get these too wet, but you do want to kind of brush off any clumps of dirt because they do grow in the dirt. And I'm sure you don't want to eat the dirt. Now, I know this nowadays, parents would probably freak out if their kids ate dirt. But I remember when I was a kid, it was more like, God made dirt, so dirt don't hurt. That doesn't mean I want dirty mushrooms, mind you. Just funny how times change. So I'm just cutting them in half and then cutting them into thin little slices. And then sprinkle that across the top here. Now, if you were feeding a crowd, obviously you wouldn't want to do it this way. It's just me and Kevin. I could do it the easy way. The cheater way, however you want to think about it. Not even sure I need 2 more. Maybe I'll throw one back. Just cut one and put half on each salad. This is basically what I did the other day when we had pork chop salad. Was I made little salads like this. Except he was off playing mechanic with a friend. I mean, not playing mechanic. He is a mechanic, but you know what I mean. They were playing with the car. And so he didn't actually eat his with me. So his went into a Tupperware. Mine went into a bowl to be eaten. Alright, next. Ooh, I almost forgot we have cucumbers. I don't have a lot of cucumber left, but it should be just about enough for these salads. Yeah, should be perfect. And once again, I'm cutting it in half. In this case, I think I might actually go one step farther, go to quarters, because it's a good sized cucumber. Okay, maybe it's a tad cucumber heavy. Maybe I didn't need quite that much. I'll take a couple off of his and we'll put this one back away. I suppose I could have put that in with that radish. Alright. What haven't we gone to yet? Cherry. Oh, wrong way around. Cherry tomatoes. Let's see. 6. So I'll do 4 each on those. More for that salad. tomatoes on here. I know some people like to take the seeds out and the juiciness out because they don't like that on their salad. I don't mind it being in there, honestly. And of course you don't have to cut your tomatoes if you don't want to. I just like it cutting them up so that they spread around better. And if you didn't have cherry tomatoes, you could just dice a large tomato, of course, just as easily. Now my hands and our board are a little on the squishy side, but that's okay because the last thing we have is our green onions. We should be able to, I still have a little bit of that paper towel right here. I'll just wipe the seeds off to the side, or maybe off completely. There we go. It's a good thing I hadn't gotten rid of that yet. We'll grab I just need one and maybe two. Get rid of the outside if it's gross. I know this may sound like a weird thing to do, but I actually like cutting these up into just good sized long chunks and putting them on my vegetable tray and dipping them in ranch or creamy poppy seed dressing, whatever I'm dipping in that day. Like I said, I know it sounds weird, but it actually is pretty good. As long as you like onions, of course. If you don't like onions, you don't want to do it. I always like to mix it all together first before I go dumping it on there. Otherwise, one person gets all of the ends and the other person gets all of the greens. I like to have a nice combo of both because there is definitely a slightly different flavor between the two parts of your green onion. So we'll just drizzle those across the top. If I had bacon, there would totally be bacon bits on here, but I do not. So there is our lovely salads. And that salmon's been cooking for about 10 minutes. Probably needs at least another 10. But I'm going to go out and check on it and see how it looks. Okay, we're going to check on this. Looks like the temperature dropped down a little. It's about 325. That is actually looking really good. You guys see that sizzle? I hear that sizzle. Oh, it doesn't let me zoom in. I was hoping I could zoom. So it actually looks like it's doing really well. I think this end could potentially be done, but I don't think the other end is. I think what I'll do is I'll turn off this end burner and this end burner and just leave these three over here on. Actually, I don't even know why this one's on. There's no nothing under it. But yeah, it definitely needs a little bit more time. So we're just going to go ahead and shut that back down. And we'll be back again. It's been another 10 minutes. We're back to check. It's still around 300. It lost some heat with me turning those down. So I really feel like this end of it's completely done. No problems whatsoever. Oh, I think it's all done, to be honest. Okay. This is going to be fun. We have two giant spatulas so that we can get one from this end, one from this end. Why can't I get rid of the grill mat? And then that whole beautiful salmon across that. These clearly are going to need to be cleaned now. They're wonderfully dirty, but I don't want to touch super hot grill mats, so we're going to stay there for a sec. I'm going to turn these off. Turn off the propane because you don't want to leave your propane tank on all the time. How do you like that? Oh, that lovely lemon salmon goodness. All right, we're gonna go get some of this onto our plates in the house. Okay guys, we are back in the kitchen. We've got our lovely huge thing of salmon to go with our salads over here. So I know these are probably overkill in size. I am going to take the lemons off, at least a couple of them, just so I can get at that piece of meat. Can always stick them back on for presentation. And yeah, I know this is a big old hunk of meat. I don't care. Although it occurs to me that that probably did not get through that crispy crust. Oh no, it totally did. Look at that. Yes, I know that's a huge portion. I feel like I want to put this lemon back on there just to make it look pretty. Well, grab another slice for me. That one was totally Kevin's slice. That skin is so crispy underneath there because that's what was towards the grill. But the meat, oh my gosh, it was so good. The meat's still nice and tender. It's not overcooked at all. So good. So good. Alright, well there we go. Oh, I did forget something. I forgot the salad dressing. Okay, I had to go ask Kevin what kind of dressing he wanted because we do have a couple options. He chose a raspberry vinaigrette, which actually sounds pretty good to me too, so I'm going to go for the same. Just get a little drizzle on there. And a little drizzle on there. That's pretty good. Got on my finger. And there we have it. A lovely salmon dinner with a lovely salad. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you later.